Hello, friends and beautiful people. Today we are processing potatoes. So we'll have a couple 100 pounds to process. And what we'll do is we'll take some of these nice bigger ones and save them back for some baked potatoes. And then we're going to take these small little guys and put them in our burlap and sawdust. And we'll use these for seed potatoes for next year. Because they'll sprout on me. My basement just is not set up for. We've turned the heat off and everything. We just can't get it straight down there. So that's why I have to process the way that I do. So there you go. These are actually Yukon Golds, and we did Yukon Golds, and we did some Reds, some Chieftains. And here's the worst part of it. I was using my apple peeler to peel them, but it was taking off too much potato, and I'm too much of a miser for that, so I'm hand peeling them. And there's where we've got our trays all sterilized, and you'll see what those are for here in a second. I'm going to make you dizzy. So after I peel them, I actually put them in this guy. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I made this video a minute ago, and I decided to remake it. But I want you to see how this thing works, because this thing is the bomb. There you go. Then you've got your French fries. So that's mostly what we're doing today is French fries. And we'll put them, this is actually just salt and water to keep them from turning dark. Now if I were making hash browns, I would go ahead and take that potato and then just take my knife and cut it into the cubes. And then we drop them in hot, this has got a little bit of salt in it also. This is hot boiling water. We're going to blanch them. And you want to make sure your water's nice and hot. And then you'll see a little bit of a color change. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with my phone. Let me try. All right, so there's a blanched potato. And that one's unblanched, and you really can't see it. Never mind. You'll see it just gets a little bit golden, I guess is the good way to say it. So what I have set up here is I have just a strainer sitting in a sheet pan. And that is just to drain that water off when they come out of being blanched. And then I have parchment paper, or you can use wax paper, whatever floats your boat, or freezer paper, but freezer paper's kind of expensive. And I literally am just going to lay these out single layer like this and stick them in the freezer overnight and individually quick freeze them. And the reason I started doing French fries is we don't eat out. We grow our own food. We like to know what's in it. And the one thing that Hubs was missing was his French fries. So I decided this year we would do French fries. And I didn't used to grow potatoes because they really weren't that expensive to buy at the grocery store, and garden space was at a premium. But now that we have the room, it just makes sense. You know, for a one-time investment of your seed potatoes, you're not only going to get your potatoes for the year, but you are also going to get your seed potatoes for the next year. So kind of like some of the other things I do with the peppers and the tomatoes, you know, one-time investment, you're good to go. All right, so that's what they'll look like, and we'll just lay those flat in the freezer overnight. One of the other things I do, and I know, let me preface by saying I know a lot of people do canned potatoes. Only ones I really can are like the chunks that I would use in a roast or in a like for mashed potatoes. And I just keep those for something quick and easy if I need to make mashed potatoes really fast in the winter. So another way that I preserve them is I dehydrate them. And this is actually hash brown cubes. So what I want to do when I rehydrate them is I have a pitcher that has a lid for it. It's glass. And I will take, for every 1 cup of hash browns, I'll put 1 cup of boiling water in there. And I cover it and let it sit for a half hour, and then I'm good to go, and you can't even tell that they were ever dehydrated. I'll do that with hash brown shreds, and I also do that with potato slices. You know, I'm peeling potatoes like a mad woman right now, but I'm not going to have to peel that many, if any, potatoes all winter long. Oh, I'll show you this. There's all the beets and the jalapenos we just did. So that's it. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like and subscribe. And I'm going to get back at it because, you know, I got a couple 100 pounds of potatoes to do. But let me know your thoughts. What are you doing that I'm not doing? And do you put the, for those of you who make seasoned fries, do you put that seasoning on there before you freeze them or when you're going to bake them? Usually I do it when I'm baking them, but I know some people do it when they're going to freeze them. I just feel like more of it comes off than stays on. Well, friends, that's it for today. Be blessed and be a blessing.